typically when I start an idea, I usually start with the melody. Typically I already have like an idea in mind. I'm very intentful, or I have a lot of intention for where I want, an idea to go. So typically I'll start with like a melody or a chord progression, even sometimes a sample, and then I work my way to like the drums and things like that. And that was kind of like how FACE2FACE came about. I created this melody, I put like a little bit of drums on them, and I woke up my boy Burc, and I was like, yo, add to this real quick. And he did what he be doing,
Tell me what I gotta do to make you feel okay. Tell me what I gotta do to make you wanna stay. Tell me what I gotta do so you don't feel away. I only came here to rump, I don't wanna lay.
So initially we had Chow in mind when we were creating the beat. We had a session actually the next day, and typically how we work, we'll get together the night before and like cook up like a pack of 5, like 10 beats, and then go to the session with those. And we got to the session the next day, and it's funny enough, he actually didn't get on the beat at all. It was actually a different beat. And it wasn't until about a month or two later, I was in a session with Vontee and I played it for him. And he just started writing to it immediately. And then, he made the song and took it to Artar Mo, Cash, Chow, and they obviously made the song what it was today.
It was a long day, so both of us were tired. And, Jiggy started the project. He hit me like, yo, you want to add drums? And made the beat.
Once upon a time, I used to be a hooper, and I was a kid. I had all the handle. You feel me? I was really jiggy on the court. So I remember I was in like a championship game in the Poconos. Shout out Hoop Group. For those that know, Hoop Group is lit.
If you know, you know.
If you know, you know. But we won the game, obviously, of course. And my coach at the time, he just called me Jiggy, and it just stuck, ever since. That was like, I was like 7th or 8th grade. So just from then, the nickname just stuck.
So I mixed my last name with the word Gucci, and ended up being Burchy. So I spelled it the same way, like with the 2 C's, the UR. But over time I just changed it over, and now it's just Burc. A lot of people mess it up. They'll call me A-Uchi. They'll call me they'll call me A-Uchi. They'll call me Burnt. They'll call me, I don't know, everything.
Eight Uchi. This is 8 Uchi right here.
They call me everything under the books.
Uchi.
It's Burc. All right. You feel me?
Burc. It's Burc, man. So how me and bro met, my roommate in college, shout out WhoJiggi. He actually introduced me to bro. And cause y'all grew up in the same town, right?
Yeah, we like a town apart, same time. Same difference.
And so it was right around, I had a song with Uno the Activist. I had a couple songs with Uno the Activist. It was like Ethereal Dreams and Requiem. And right around when that popped off, my room was like, yo, my boy made beats too. And I was like, word, like plug me in. And we just been locked in ever since. Like he introduced us, and it was just like, history from there, for real. FACE2FACE is definitely, I would say, one of the more special songs for me and Burc. Definitely because I think this was like the first beat to really like pioneer a new bounce, even though the beat itself or the song itself came out, the top of January, but this is like a sound we've been on since like last August, from the way we do our drums, like the bounce, and this was like one of the first instances of that, that new bounce that we kind of pushed into the genre. And it's something that's sticking. Like now you hear it like in a lot of stuff that's coming out in the Sexy Drill space. So I would say this song itself and beat is really the start of, just a new way to think about Sexy Drill, or just a new moment.
A new bounce to it.
For sure.
Tell me what I gotta do to make you wanna stay. Tell me what I gotta do so you don't feel away.
I think the big thing I would say for, a lot of producers trying to just make a name is don't be afraid to be yourself. Don't be afraid to experiment. Don't be afraid to get yourself and your sound out there, from the bedroom, from the headphones, from the laptop speakers. Just don't be afraid to get yourself out there.
I think the biggest way, producers can stick out, or stand out rather, with their sound is really experimentation. I feel like a lot of times people get caught up in like copy paste, and like they don't take the chance to really like, try and find their own niche or their own bounce. The best way to experiment is really to, look at the people that inspire you, take from not just now, but even, past GOATs like, you know, Keith Sweats, the Teddy Rileys, you know, the Timbalands, you know, see what they did well and try to implement that in your style, your sound, you know. The best way to try or create something new is to, you know, kind of go back in time and study the past. So, you know, taking what was great about this generation and that generation and somehow blending it into what's current, that's the best way you can stand out, you know, exploring new sounds, finding new sounds, trying new stuff. You know, being a producer is about experimentation. So that's the best way the most efficient way to find, you know, a new sound. All right, so the FACE2FACE beat was pretty simple. I started out with this melody that I made and then I reversed it, and that's how we got this right here. I ended up adding a top line string. I think it just played one note on the common tone on the top. So that sounded like this. And then to get into the drums, you know, the top secret drums, no one has these. So I started off with the everyone has this, you know, because everyone does have it. Kind of goes like that. That's my signature, like, you know. I added the last snare because it was the last snare they had in the store.
Last one.
You feel me? If you get in here, you can see that this was the last snare they had. You know, I had to add it. And then from there, you know, I added exactly what you thought it was, because it's exactly what you thought it was. You know? And then I added my favorite sound in the collection, the Ben had this, because I Ben had this, you know? And after I added the LOL and my signature stomp, the stop asking me for this stomp, I woke up Burc. I was like, yo, I want you, you know what I'm saying? Do that shit that you be doing.
I pulled up and I seen you already added the Ben had this. So I was just like, you know what, I gotta add the Burc bounce. So that's when I added it. Sounds like this. So, you know, after I was just like, you know, that hits, I had to add a couple more sounds. So I hit him with the, you definitely don't have this. Because you definitely don't have this.
You definitely don't have this.
And it was a little open hat. I was just like, all right, there's space. So I added it in. And, you know, I had to add the sold out perk. It was the last one, so.
It was the last one, bro?
It was sold out, bro.
Sold out.
Sold out. You can't even get it.
Can't get that no more.
You can't get it, man. So I added that in. And the bounce was like, you know, it was like 99%, but I think it was gonna take it to 100 was adding a little simple triangle.
A little seasoning, like
a little bit. So I added a simple triangle, and, you know, then we had FACE2FACE. And then I think we had like a little change up at the end too.
Oh yeah.
We had the one piece.
Yeah, but I say we had the one change up right here. We got it in this bass line. Just following the bass line of the Ben had this, you know. Just for a minor switch up, because the beat was pretty like redundant after, you know, the first couple bars. But, you know, pretty simple.
And that's how we made FACE2FACE by Vontee the Singer, Chow Lee, R2 Armo, and Cash Cobain.
For sure.